Good morning, y'all. This is John at Release the Grain coming at you with a real quick video. Now, what I've done today is I have blacked out a canvas and I have taken unicorn spit. This is a metallic version, but basically just unicorn spit. And I use these small bottles with a 50-50 mix of paint and water. And then what I do is I take a squirt bottle, just a standard squirt bottle, and I wet it and then I will manipulate it. I don't know how much you'll see of this because the camera angle is really bad and my stand is really bad and my table is really bad. I am in an apartment, which I've talked to you about before. This is apartment art, an apartment building. So we'll have some fun and see what happens with this. These colors I just want to mix and that's about it. So we get it wet because my technique takes a lot of water. And I would normally use a heat gun, but I'm going for something different on this to move the paints around. So I'm going to try and just maneuvering the board and melding them in a way. But let's see what happens. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to go with for now. You can always add more water. You can't take it away. You can always add more paint too. That's why there's not a lot of paint on here. Okay, more water. This canvas is very dry and this technique is constantly evolving. So, like I say, I usually use a heat gun, but I was hoping this maneuvering would work a little bit to just meld these colors around a little. But these colors are thicker than I normally use for this technique, so it's going to take more water. But you can see how it's starting to mix already. I don't know if you can see those colors real well, but you see how it's starting to mix a little. And now I'm going to add a little bit more color in here because I want more of this to pop and I want that green line back. So do a little repair here. Okay, kind of keep this purple in its place for now. Now, all of my art, people, is very quick. Or no, not quick, I'm sorry. Some of my shit takes a while, but my art is always very fast-paced and unscripted. I go for a look that I'm hoping will happen, but I never truly know what it's going to look like because the paints flow so much with my technique and change so much. All right, so I'm going to add a little of this up. No, I'm not. So we're going to wet this and move it a little more. There is a technique that I do where I will fill these lines too with a separate bottle, which I might do here in a second. But for now, we're going to play with what we got. And I'm going to finish this off here in a second because I wanted to make this kind of a short. But we're just going to start mixing these colors a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to go back in and add some more white to fix the lines. These lines help hold the paint where I want it. But I also like using a lot of white to manipulate and change things. Sometimes the white underneath, sometimes the white on top. Really all depends on what I'm going for. This one I'm just going for a mixture of colors, but I'm trying recently to do a whole lot more trying to structure my work in a certain way and make it look a certain way. So the other thing I want to do is I'm going to come into here now in these empty lines and add in some purple. Now, since this isn't as wet, it's not going to flow as good, but I want this to kind of fill in with the water that's there. Purple, green, and white. In between the green and white. There's not much space, but we can make it work. Anyways, I'm going to try and wrap this up in a minute. I hope it looks good when I do wrap it up, but we'll see. Put some purple up here. Okay, now it's going to move a lot, but that's kind of what I want. So let's move it around. This is similar to a pour in a way, but I'm not a painter, so I just try and have fun. I want more movement in that green. So this is where I said sometimes I'll add water to the color to get it to move more. And it gives you a little more control of where the water is. And then what I'll do is, since I don't want this green as wet, I just want it to spread more, I'm going to add a little bit more green. So we're going to do that real quick, and then we're going to call it good. Okay, let's move it around. Get some mixing going up in that corner. I don't like this color combo, so I'm going to get rid of that yellow. And add in some blue. I'm going to add in some green down here. Add a little baby blue on the bottom. And I'm gonna leave it like that, people. I don't know how it looks. Hopefully it turned out okay, and I hope this is shorter. Damn it, this didn't make it into a short. But that's how it is. Anyways, y'all have a good day. Adios.